Hey, hi guys, good evening today. Today we will solve a very simple basic problem on final accounts. And the question is like this. You are given a question, and in that you are given a trial balance of Ganesh and Karthik, and you are required to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and a balance sheet for the year ended. See guys, this is important. For the year ended 31st March 2011. Okay. Now, first step what we do, we mark these items which are given in the trial balance. So opening stock, we know where it will go. It will go to trading account. Purchases, direct expense, it will go to trading account. We know all direct expenses go where? Trading account, debit side, right? And all indirect expenses go where? Profit and loss account. Which side? Debit side. We know these basics, right? Wages, again, it is a direct expense related to factory, so it will go to trading account. Carriage inward, we know buying goods and you pay for transportation. See guys, always remember carriage inward and carriage outward both are expenses, but carriage inward is direct expense, it will go to TRD, and carriage outward, it is an indirect expense which you pay for, transport expenses for delivery of goods and all. So it is always part of profit and loss account. So remember this, carriage inward, carriage outward, both are expenses, but this go to trading account and it is direct expense, and carriage outward goes to profit and loss and it is indirect expense. Okay, both will go to debit side. Next, so it will go to TRT. Next item, cash in hand, we know it is an asset, it will go to balance sheet. Insurance, we know beta, it is an expense and it will go to profit and loss, it is an indirect expense related to office. Postage, office work, profit and loss account. Sundry debtors, we know it's an asset, current asset, it will go to balance sheet. Land and building, a fixed asset, it will go to balance sheet. Furniture is a fixed asset, it will go to balance sheet. Traveling expenses, we know traveling expense related to office expenses and it is an item of profit and loss account. Okay. Discount allowed, you have given a discount, means it's an expense, it will go to profit and loss account. Bad debts means your money is gone bad, debtors are gone bad, you will not get it anymore, so it's a loss. We know profit and loss, debit side, it's a loss, expense and loss is debit side, profit and loss. Bills receivable means you are going to receive some money, so it's an asset, you are going to receive. Ganesh and Karthik, their capitals, we know always we will what do 3 tick marks to capitals, and capital is always a liability, it will go to balance sheet. We know this, right guys? Now sundry creditors, it is a liability, balance sheet. Bills payable, whatever payable, bills payable, liability, balance sheet. Rent received, see guys, this is income, it will go to profit and loss account. We know like direct expenses, trading account, like that only. Direct incomes like sales, trading account, credit side, credit side. So credit side direct incomes and debit side direct expenses, like that only. Indirect expenses, profit and loss account, debit side, and like that only. Indirect incomes, you should know what are indirect incomes. Indirect incomes are those incomes which are not operational incomes, which are other incomes. Like for example, you have a manufacturing firm, so whatever you are selling is your direct income, that will go to trading account. But for example, you have a flat, you have gone on rent, or you have a FD, fixed deposit in the bank, you are getting interest, so that is not your business income, that is indirect income, that should always go to profit and loss account. Very basic thing. Okay, better. So rent received, this is not your business income, so it will go to profit and loss. See, sales, it is business income, so it will go to TRD, credit side. Very simple beta. Next, after marking all the items of trial balance, then you should go to adjustments. See guys, all these items which are given in trial balance have one effect. One effect means this will go either to trading or to profit and loss or to balance sheet. Only one place it will go. Either it will go to trading account or profit and loss or. But this additional informations which are given below your trial balance are known as adjustments. Okay, remember this. These are adjustments. So all adjustments have two effects. So means it will go two places. See, now I will give you first one we will study closing stock. So at the end of the financial year, when your year will get closed on 31st March, we know financial year gets closed on 31st March. So on 31st March, your stock is there in the office of 20,000. So where you will take? You will take two places. Two effects will be there. First effect will be trading account, credit side. Okay, and second effect will be balance sheet, asset side, because it's your asset at the end of the year. See guys, outstanding wages, when you have items like this, wages which are there in the trial balance, see closing stock is not there in the trial balance. If you'll see, na, closing stock is never in the trial balance. So second adjustment we will say outstanding wages. So wages is there in the trial balance. See, wages is here. You should always make a tick mark. I will explain you why. So first thing, you will tick mark that item, and wages, let's say outstanding wages is 1000 rupees. Means what does that mean? That means wages you have already paid 2400 and still you have to pay 1000 rupees. Means you have not paid 1000. So what you will do, first thing, you will add in the wages. So we will do wages, means wages are where? Trading account item. So trading account, you will add in the wages. Okay beta. And next will be outstanding wages, means you have to pay anything you have not paid and you were supposed to pay is your karza means liability. So you will take where? Balance sheet. Liability is also always where? Balance sheet, liability side. नेक्स्ट डेप्रिसिएट, वही नो रिडक्शन. डेप्रिसिएशन तो मालूम ही होगा बेटा आपको क्या होता है. डेप्रिसिएशन, कोई भी एसेट की वैल्यू कम होती है. व्हाट आर द रीजंस ऑफ डेप्रिसिएशन? पासेज ऑफ टाइम. आपने कोई एसेट लिया एंड देन टाइम इज पास्ड, so automatically value will reduce. Accident, if any accident takes place, value will decrease. Wear and tear, normal wear and tear of your asset, for example car, furniture, normal value. Obsolescence, obsolescence means change of technology. For example, you have a cell phone of one of of certain features. You have a cell phone of certain features, and after some time, with new technology, with new softwares, new cell phone comes. So what happens? The previous cell phone goes out of technology. That is called obsolescence. When things change, when the value of an asset reduces. Why? Because of change in the technology. So that is called obsolescence. So that is one reason of depreciation. Means you can see cars also. So with passage of time, new cars come up with the latest technology. So what happens? The old technology cars, their value reduces, and that reduction in value is called obsolescence. So obsolescence also leads to depreciation. Depreciation means reduction in the value of asset. Now see guys, again as I have told you, all adjustments, two effects will be there. So depreciate furniture by time. So first thing what you will do, furniture is there, you will make a tick mark. Now try to understand. First thing, balance sheet item, furniture. In balance sheet we will reduce less from furniture. And second effect, see guys, it is an expense. Furniture is a loss, expense. So all the losses, profit and loss account. Which side? Debit side. Second effect. Now let's see next item. Prepaid, insurance, prepaid. See guys, you were supposed to pay insurance and you have paid insurance. How much? Let's see. First thing what we will do, we will make a tick mark to insurance. That is the process how we will solve these questions. So insurance, see insurance you have paid how much? 1200 rupees, and here he is saying 300 you have paid in advance. See, insurance you are paying for one financial year. This is your financial year. Okay, you were supposed to pay for this financial year, but you have paid 1200 rupees, and for this financial year the insurance value is 900 rupees only. Means what? You have paid extra for next financial year 300 rupees. So what will you do? We will reduce 300 rupees from 1200, then you will get how much? 900 for this year. So first thing what we will do, in profit and loss account, you will deduct from insurance, because insurance is there in profit and loss account, insurance. And second effect, any expense which you have paid in advance is always an asset, remember that. So balance sheet, it will go to asset side. See guys, remember this. See, outstanding wages, your wages was outstanding, you have not paid, so it is a liability. It is a liability, balance sheet liability, because expense you have not paid is your liability. But see here, opposite, Expense, insurance was there, but you have paid in advance for next year is your asset. Remember these two differences. If expenses paid in advance is asset, and if expenses are outstanding, you were supposed to pay and you have not paid, is a liability. So I hope up till here you understood the concept. So what we have done, we have first marked, then we read the adjustments properly, we did the tick marks wherever it is applicable, so we did that. Now next is what we will start solving one by one. So first thing is opening stock, we know it will go to trading account 18,000 rupees. So to opening stock 18,000 rupees. See beta, I will tell you something of any account. For example, this is trading account. This column is outer column, this column is inner column. This is inner column, this is outer column. Same, you will always prepare trading account, profit and loss account. See here, I have made profit and loss account with two columns, inner column and outer column for amounts. Okay, and wherever there is tick mark in the question, like here wages, it is tick mark. So always you will write those in inner column. And where there is no tick mark, like one we did just now, close opening stock, there is no tick mark, you will write in the outer column. So I have written it in the outer column. Let's go to next item. Purchase, there is no tick mark, so it will go to outer column, 24,000 rupees. So to purchase 24,000 rupees. Let's see next item. Wages, again trading account, direct tax, but there is a tick mark, so we will 2,400 we will write in the inner column. So guys, we will take here to wages inner column. See, there is a tick mark, we will write here 2,400, and there is one tick, we will leave one line below it and we will do a dash here. Next item. Carriage inward, we know carriage inward direct expense trading, carriage outward indirect expenses profit and loss. So here is carriage inward, so it will go to trading 1,200 rupees. So we will write trading account to carriage. See guys, I am using mouse, so I am writing in little short. You will not follow that practice, you will not use any shortcuts. Okay, carriage inward, how much? 1,200 rupees. Let's see next item. Cash in hand. See guys, cash in hand is what? Our asset. So we will go to asset side. See now how I am solving it. I am writing what item is there for trading account. I am inputting the item in trading account. There is balance sheet item. I will go to balance sheet and I will write it there. So what some students, you know what they are doing? This is cash in hand, so I will write here cash in hand. You know what some students do? They follow this practice of, you know, they think that first we should close this trading account, then we will close profit and loss account, then we will close balance sheet, and then they, you know what they do, they take first trading account items, you know, they search trading account, they close the trading account, then they search profit and loss. Don't do that like that. You go in sequence. Balance sheet, if it is a balance sheet item, put it in the balance sheet, go by sequence. See now, next is insurance, so I will take it, I will not first go only for trading account, I will go in sequence one by one. In this way what will happen, you will not miss any item, you will save lot of time and you will complete your paper on time. Now insurance is profit and loss, and I am very careful, there is a tick mark, so I will write in the inner column insurance 1,200 rupees. So I will go to profit and loss account. See, there is no item. Always guys, remember in profit and loss account you leave first line, and I will tell you why. So I will take to insurance, debit side it will come, and this is our credit side. To insurance, what is the amount? Guys, my handwriting is not very clear because I am using mouse, so please excuse me for that. Otherwise also my handwriting is not very good. So insurance, there is a tick mark, 1,200 rupees. Okay, there is a tick mark, we will write in the inner column. Perfectly fine. and one tick mark means one line we will leave below it. Next, postage and telegram, profit and loss item, there is no tick mark, outer column it will go, postage and telegram. So I will write in short, you please do not write in short. Postage, it is a profit and loss item, so it will write, I will write postage and telegram in short, and it will go where? 700 rupees, outer column. ₹700. Next items, guys. Sundry debtors, we know it is an asset, 21,000. There is no tick mark means outer column. Sundry debtors, balance sheet. So sundry debtors, 21,000. We forgot to take the amount of cash in hand. Let's see what it was. Cash in hand, 3,800 rupees. 3,800. Let's proceed further. After that is land and building, 40,000, and furniture, there is one tick mark, 28,000. Land and building, no tick mark, 40,000 outer column. Furniture, there is one tick mark, 28,000 inner column. 40 and 28. So land and building, no tick mark, 40,000. And furniture, there is tick mark, so we will write it in the inner column, 28,000 rupees. There is one tick, so we will leave one line and we will mark a dash here. Let's go further, guys. Traveling expenses, profit and loss, discount allowed, profit and loss, 1,300, and there is no tick mark. Travel and bad debts is also there, 2,000 rupees. So traveling expense, discount allowed, bad debts, all profit and loss items, items. Let's go to our profit and loss. First is traveling expenses. So profit and loss, to traveling expenses, 1,300. Next was discount allowed. This is also an expense. Discount allowed. What is the amount of discount allowed? 900 rupees. And after discount allowed was what? Bad debts. To bad debts. Bad debts, I hope you know what is bad debts. The amount which is not recoverable from our debtors. 2,000. Bad debts was how much? 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees. Okay, so we took all this 2,000. See guys, next is bills receivable, means we have to get the payment for our bills. Okay, bills of exchange. Okay, bills receivable, 8,000 rupees. It is an asset, so we will take it in the asset side. So I will write in short, bills receivable, there is no tick mark, 8,000 rupees. Remember guys, yesterday we solved one illustration, and in that bills receivable and debtors there was an adjustment. Okay, bills receivable, outer column, there is no adjustment on bills receivable in this question. Next item, we have completed what? Debit side. If you have observed in debit side, there are assets, expenses and drawings. Trial balance ka debit side always asset, expenses and drawings, and trial balance credit side is always liabilities, income and capital. See here, capital of Ganesh and Karthik, 50 and 30,000. So capital will go where? Liability side. So capitals, Ganesh, how much? 50,000. So we will write in inner column because I have told you there are 3 tick marks. So Ganesh 1, 2 and 3. 3 lines we will use. And after Ganesh there is Karthik's capital. Karthik, what is the amount? 30,000 rupees. How many lines we will leave for Karthik also? 3 lines. 1, 2 and 3. So here. After that, what all items are there? See, all 4 balance sheet, 2 balance sheet items are there. Sundry creditors and bills payable 10,000 and 7,800. No tick mark is there, means outer column we will take sundry creditors and bills payable. So we will take to the outer column. Sundry creditors. Sundry creditors how much? 10,000 rupees outer column. And next item is what? Bills payable. What was the amount of bills payable? 7,800. There is no tick mark, so it will go to outer column. Okay. For capital, there were 3 tick marks, so we took in inner column and we left 3 lines. Let's go to next item, guys. Rent received and sales. See, rent received is what? Profit and loss, income side. See, profit and loss. We will go to profit and loss account. See, this is expense side. Profit and loss credit side is income side. Which incomes? Indirect incomes. Okay. So we will write by. What was the item? Rent received, right? Rent received. What was the amount? 2,200. Next item we will see, that is the last item of our trial balance. Sales 52,500. We know sales is what? Direct income. So sales will go to trading account. See, trading account, direct income, direct incomes by sales. What is the amount? 52,500. Okay guys, done. Now after that we have done the posting. Now we will go to adjustments. See, closing stock adjustment, I have told you 2 effects will be there. One will be trading account credit side and another will be balance sheet asset side. So we will take closing stock on 31st. How much? What is the amount? 20,000 rupees. So we will take in the trading account credit side by closing stock. How much? 20,000. And another effect will be where? Balance sheet, because it's an asset at the end of the year. So we will take asset side, closing stock. What is the value? 20,000 rupees. Now let's see next adjustment. See guys, he's saying outstanding wages 1,200. So wages is which item? Trading account, direct expense. See guys, wages 2,400 we have already paid, and he's saying still you have to pay 1,000. So when still you have to pay 1,000 means what? You will do what? You will add a pay karna hai aapko, and you will write outstanding. How much? 1,000 rupees. So total is how much? 2,400 plus 1,000, 3,400. Okay guys, and what will be the another effect? Aapne pay karna hai, you have to pay 1,000 rupees, means that is a liability. You will take balance sheet liability side. So what you will write? Outstanding wages 1,000 rupees, right? So 2 effects. Always remember students, all the adjustments will have 2 effects. You saw na, I am having 2. Now see, depreciate furniture by 10%. तो फर्नीचर की वैल्यू कम हो गई है, उसका वैल्यू 10% कम हो गया. आपको मालूम है ईयर एंड आ गया, साल खत्म हो गया, आपका एसेट की वैल्यू कम हो जाएगी. तो फर्नीचर बिगिनिंग ऑफ द ईयर था 28,000, अब उसकी वैल्यू कम हो गई 10%. तो आप क्या लिखोगे? डेप्रीसिएशन. अब डेप्रीसिएशन अगर 2,800 करोगे, वैल्यू कम करोगे, तो वैल्यू कितनी रहेगी? 2,800 सॉरी. ओके, तो वैल्यू रहेगी 25,200. अब आपकी वैल्यू कितनी रही? 25,200 एट द एंड. देखो, दिस इज वन इफेक्ट, डेप्रिसिएशन हो गया, वैल्यू कम हो गया, एक्सपेंस. सेकंड इफेक्ट किधर आएगा? आपको मालूम है प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में आता है, डेबिट साइड में, मींस माइनस साइड में. तो आप लिखोगे टू डेप्रिसिएशन लिखो, एंड इन ब्रैकेट इफ यू वांट यू कैन राइट फर्नीचर. हाउ मच? 2,800. Okay guys, let's see next one and the last adjustment. And the last adjustment is insurance paid in advance 300 rupees. So you have paid insurance. See, insurance is which item? Profit and loss account. insurance you have paid 1200, but out of this 1200 you have paid 300 in advance, means for next year. And in profit and loss account you have to calculate the expense of this year only, next year का इस साल में नहीं लोगे, तो इसलिए that's what you will do, you will write prepaid and you will deduct, because we have to calculate for this year. So 1200 तो पूरा year पूरा है, and out of this 1200, 300 is paid in advance, means for next year. So when you will deduct it, you will get the value of this year's insurance, which is 900 rupees. This is one effect. Another effect I have explained you, anything that you pay, any expense that you pay in advance is your asset. So asset side is this, what you will write, prepaid insurance. How much? 300 rupees. Guys, we are done with the question. And now what is the last step? Last step is, in the trading account you will calculate gross profit or gross loss. Let's see. This is our credit side. This is our credit side. Let's see what is the total of credit side and what is the total of debit side. If our credit side is more, then we have a gross profit. If our debit side is more, this side is more, then we have gross loss. Let's see. This side is 50 to 500 plus 20,000 means 70 to 500. And let's see this side. This side is how much? 18,000 plus 24,000 is how much? 42,000 plus 3,400 is 45,400 plus 1,200, and total is how much? 46,600. Let's see. 46,600 is this side total. So which side is more? This side is more. So if our credit side means our income side, this is our income side is more, and expense side, purchase, wages is less. So we will deduct 46,600 from how much? 70 to 500. So what is the value that we are getting? 25,900. So this is our income. This is our expense. If income is more, expense is less, we get profit. And what is the profit value? 25,900. So 25,900 is your profit. So you will get to gross profit. So this question I had given as homework. The student who got this 25,900 gross profit, excellent, very good to them. Others, practice more. Okay. So we will write this value, 72,500 and 72,500. Always remember, guys, if credit side is more, you get gross profit. So this gross profit will go where? This will, I will show you, it will go to your profit and loss account like this. So here you can write what? Carry it down, gross profit. Okay. Now it will go where? It will go to profit and loss account. So where is our profit and loss? We have to take opposite side. Profit and loss is here. So it will come like this here. Remember, I had told you to leave first line for this only. So what we will write here now? We will write by, what is that? Gross profit brought down. Now you brought it down from the trading account. Brought down how much? What is the gross profit? 25,900. Let's see, guys, the total of both the sides. Now this is again profit and loss income side, indirect incomes, and this is expense side. So income side total is 25,900 plus 2,000 means 28,100 rupees. Okay. This is 28,100 total. Let's see what is the total of our debit side. Debit side, these are the items. Let us take the total. How much? 900 plus 700 is how much? 1,600. Okay. Plus 1,300 plus how much? 900 plus 2,000 plus 2,800. So our total is coming how much? 8,600. So these are our all expenses, indirect expenses, insurance pay किया, depreciation हुआ, traveling expenses, ये सब मिला के all these together are 8,600. And our incomes total is 28. So which side is more? This side is more. So 28,100 is the more. So this is our income, and expense how much? 8,600. So 8,600. So if you will deduct 8,600 from 28,100, so what is the profit you are getting? 19,500. So balance is 19,500. So this 19,500 is what? Profit. Income less expense profit. If this side would have been more, expense side would have been more, or credit side, income side less, then we would have got net loss. But in this case, income side is more, this income side is more, this is income side, and this is expense side is less. So we got net profit. So we will take this amount, total bigger one, as styling figure. Let's say 28,100, 28,100, and from 28,100 we deducted 8,600. We got how much? 19,500. So 19,500 is our profit. So this is to net profit. What you will do? Profit you can write transferred to, बरोबर. किसको ट्रांसफर करोगे ना? पार्टनर्स को. नेट प्रॉफिट उनको दोगे आप. यू विल गिव इट टू देम. ट्रांसफर्ड टू हु आर द पार्टनर्स? गणेश एंड कार्तिक. देखो दोनों पार्टनर्स ने बिजनेस किया पूरा साल, नेट प्रॉफिट हुआ तो दोनों को मिलेगा ना. बट हाउ विल दे गेट दिस प्रॉफिट? इन प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो. क्या क्वेश्चन में प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो दिया है? Have they mentioned profit sharing ratio? No, they have not mentioned the profit sharing ratio. So guys, you know, if profit sharing ratio is not mentioned in the question, we will distribute as per Companies Act, Partnership Act 1932. And Partnership Act 1932 क्या बोलता है? अगर पार्टनर्स ने अग्री नहीं किया प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो, then they will share the profits equally. So this 19,500 we will distribute between Ganesh and Karthik equally. So when you will distribute between Ganesh and Karthik equally, how much they will get? 9,750, 9,750. दोनों को मिलेंगे इतना. Equal partners है 90. And after that this profit will go where? Where this profit goes? This goes to capital. जो partners का capital होता है ना बैलेंस शीट में, वहां पे जाता है. Let's see. ये कैपिटल. रिमेंबर आई हैड टोल्ड यू इन योर बैलेंस शीट कैपिटल के नीचे 3 लाइन छोड़ना. देखो इसीलिए बोला था क्योंकि आपको प्रॉफिट ऐड करना है. प्लस नेट प्रॉफिट. हाउ मच? व्हाट इज द नेट प्रॉफिट? 9750. एंड फॉर हिम ऑल्सो प्लस नेट प्रॉफिट 9750. So you total this 59,750 and this is 39,750. Guys, your balance sheet must tally. हम देखेंगे हमारा बैलेंस शीट टैली हो रहा है क्या. So let's see. 59,750 plus 39,750 plus 10,000 plus 7,800 plus 1,000. The total is coming 1,18,300. Let's see. So we will write it here 1,18,300. Okay. This is our liability side. Let us take the totaling of asset side. What are the values? 3,800 plus 21,000 plus 40,000 plus 25,200 plus 8,000 plus 20,000 plus 300. 1,18,300. So 1,18,300. So is this same? Yes, 1,18,300 and 1,18,000 both are same, means our answer is correct. Our answer tally. So balance sheet must tally at the end. Okay. So answer is 1,18,300. I had given this question to all my students for homework, and you can now check how far you could do. These students, they got 1,18,300 as the answer, correct answer. Very good, excellent. Other students, please work hard for better result. Okay, so please share this video with your friends, and you also, all of you, subscribe so that you get other videos also. Today you might have received one English video on YouTube on grammar. So that is applicable for right from 8th standard to 12th standard. Even working people, housewives, they can learn grammar. So we will be uploading more videos on English also, and we will meet tomorrow in our online class. I will send you one more question for homework. You please do that, and we will solve in our online classes. Okay, thank you so very much. Please subscribe, share with your friends the video, guys. All the best. Bye bye. Take care. Stay safe.